Hello, we're here with Jeremiah Seraphine. He is the CEO of Goovebug. Jeremiah, please tell us about Goovebug.
Yeah, so Goovebug is a white label platform that helps multimedia content owners deploy immersive, social, and monetized applications for smartphones and tablets. Right now we're focused on the music vertical. So what does that mean? Basically what we're doing is we're recreating the album experience for the 21st century. What our products are most similar to in the music world would be the CD or album box set, except what we do is we put them on smartphones and tablets and bring to bear all the technology that's available today. So our products are streaming applications similar to Spotify or Rdio, except that we go much deeper. We bring in liner notes, we bring in curated playlists, we bring in videos, news pulled from around the web, images. We use algorithms to help discovery. So it's a much deeper experience. So Goovebug basically got started at Northwestern. I was getting my master's degree in integrated marketing. My co-founder was getting his undergrad in computer science. We both took a class called Nuvention Web. Nuvention Web is an in-school accelerator program. Basically, they put teams together, interdisciplinary teams together, and you build a startup. They walk you through the whole lean startup process. So that's where we started Goovebug. Our intent originally was basically to recreate the album experience for the iPad. And after 2 quarters, we were able to raise some money from one of our mentors. We won the demo day at Northwestern, and then we released our first product in September of 2011, and that was Goovebug for iPad. And yeah, so that's really how we got started. And then since then, we've started working with record labels like EMI and Universal Music, Wolfgang's Vault, to build this white label service.
And now, where did the idea come from? Why did you decide to start Goovebug?
Sure. So I have a music background. I worked as an artist, a promoter, a DJ. I toured quite a bit. I also owned an independent record label, and that was all before going to grad school. So when we were put on this team at Nuvention Web, we all wanted to do something for the iPad. The iPad had just come out, and it was this really interesting new device, and it seemed to open up a lot of different possibilities. I went out and bought an iPad, started playing around with it, and thought that it would be a really great device to bring that album experience back. It roughly is the same size as a record album, and I looked at apps like Flipboard, where they pulled in all this content from all over the place and kind of disrupted and recreated the magazine experience. So I thought that we could do the same thing for albums, because as we moved from CDs and vinyl to digital, we went from this really immersive experience to an experience that was similar to looking at a spreadsheet.
Sure. And now, how do record labels use your product?
So we partner with record labels, and what we do is we license our intellectual property to the label. So the apps are actually deployed under their name, and basically they're able to build their own music streaming service that's highly branded, where they're developing the relationship with the customer rather than ceding the relationship to digital service providers like Spotify or iTunes or Pandora. So they get this relationship, and they get to take part in the community and discussion. And it's also a way for them to identify their most valuable customers and upsell them on other products with higher margins, like merchandise, physical box sets, bundles that include concert tickets and things like that.
Great. And how do you create value for the music enthusiasts?
Yeah, so for the music enthusiasts, if you really in this day and age, if you really want to have a full music experience, you find yourself listening to music on your phone, and then looking up things on Wikipedia, maybe going to the web and trying to find articles about the artist. So you're going to all these different places, and what we do is we pull it all together in one place and make it very elegant, very easy to navigate, and we also add a really rich layer of discovery. So everything from using algorithms, similar artists to the artists that you're listening to or suggested, we do it that way, but we also work with music journalists and the labels themselves to put together hand-picked playlists, also articles that are about the music that link to other artists. So lots of different ways to discover.
Great. And now there's quite a few platforms out there that really benefit the music listener. Is this also benefiting the musicians as well?
Absolutely. We're very committed to a sustainable music industry, one in which the artists are paid for their music. So all the music that we have in our products, at the end of the day, the artists are getting paid for it.
Great. And how does your revenue model work?
So when we work with the label, there's a setup fee, and the setup fee pays for reskinning and any kind of custom work that they request, and then we have a revenue share or a subscription depending upon the deal. If it's a large label, we'll do a revenue share. If it's harder to monetize, then we'll do a subscription. And so basically that's our licensing fee. And we also make we make a commission from any retail that's sold to the product as well. So concert tickets or physical goods like merch.
Great. And so you have the Goovebug platform, which is mainly for listening, and then you have the Blue Note app. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the Blue Note app is, it focuses on Blue Note Records catalog. Blue Note Records is one of the most important jazz labels in history. They started in the 1930s. They include jazz greats like Miles Davis, John Coltrane, Grant Green, Art Blakey, really all the greats. They're still an operating label now, so they have a massive catalog. They were owned by EMI, now they're owned by Universal Music. So the Blue Note app is free to download. So for free, you can go download the iPhone or iPad application, explore the catalog. You'll be limited to 30-second song previews for music, but you can look at videos, look at articles, read bios, read liner notes. You can also engage in song discussions with other members of the community. And then for $1.99 a month, which is very, very inexpensive, you get access to thousands and thousands of the greatest jazz songs that were ever made. So it's a really great value for both newcomers to jazz and aficionados. On the front page, every week we offer featured playlists, featured articles, featured albums. They're all hand chosen by music journalists, music experts, and representatives from the Blue Note Jazz label. So it's a really great product. We've gotten a lot of really great press from it, a lot of really great response. Apple is actually featuring the Blue Note app in an international outdoor advertising campaign right now. So you might be walking down the street and see the app on a bus stop. They're all over Chicago and every major U.S. market, and also in the UK.
Very cool. And now you released this app earlier in the year. Can you tell us about some of your metrics since its release?
Sure. When we first launched it, I think it was around 30,000 downloads in the first week. So we've had a really great response. We also have a substantial base of subscribers that pay every month. So we've been really happy with it. It's also surpassed the expectations that EMI had going into the project. They've been thrilled, and now we're working with other labels under the Universal Music umbrella, who now owns EMI. So we're applying the same framework to other catalogs of music.
Great. And what sort of creative marketing strategies have you used to push your product?
Well, so we have a couple of different customers, and so we have the labels themselves. So there's not much creativity that goes into going after the labels and other content owners. I mean, it's really just working relationships and networking. As far as on the consumer side, the marketing is mostly in the hands of the labels themselves, although we put together marketing recommendations every time we do a new release. So some of the things that we've done, we've done social media contests, but it's really about knowing who our customers are, who we're building the product for. So we're targeting aficionados and digital fans. These are two fan groups that Nielsen identified in a study that they presented at South by Southwest last year. These two groups of fans, they only account for about 30% of all music consumers, but they account for more than 60% of the annual music spend. And they're very engaged consumers, and we're really aligning all of our features around their wants and needs. So, and then it's really about, music is inherently social. People want to share their music experiences with others. They want to engage with like-minded people who share their interests. So it's really harnessing that and getting out of their way, giving them the tools to do the things they want to do, and making it really easy for them to share it. And when they do share it, they're also sharing our product.
Great. And Jeremiah, I have one last question for you. Tell us where you see Goovebug in the next 5 years. Yeah,
so in the next 5 years, we see ourselves having a couple of our own brands built on the Goovebug platform, and then we see our platform evolving into something that's more automated, more self-serve, almost like a WordPress.com for multimedia content owners who want to deploy subscription services. So we see it being something that is much less expensive to deploy. Also not only focused on smartphones and tablets. Basically, we're going to bring the content where the consumer is.
Great. And now you say you're going to build your own brands on this platform. Can you tell me more about that?
Sure. I mean, I don't want to give away too much, but what we're doing right now is, we're planning out the first one, and it's really pulling together multiple content owners around a single concept and building a brand. Also bringing in some people that have a little bit more experience in building media brands to help put this together.
Cool. Well, Jeremiah, I look forward to seeing all that happen, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you for interviewing with me. And if you're interested in connecting with Jeremiah, go to Fundology.com.